Oh my god, and we're back. Welcome back to the latest episode of Killer Score. I, of course, am your lovely host, Daulton. This is Killer Score, the podcast that talks about cult classic movies with killer soundtracks and scores that we believe deserve more recognition, their composers, their soundtracks, all that cool stuff. We give you the trivia, we give you the deets, we give you Bowie, apparently.
Give you the cats.
Yeah, that's my cat, Bowie. How's he doing? Oh, yeah, there we go. There we go.
Oh my god, he's right up to the mic.
He's right up to the mic. You might be able to hear him. All right, so, yeah, sorry about the hiatus. I had a different job for a while with a crappy night shift schedule. Not gonna get into it. Here's the mic. Sure.
Okay, we gotta rearrange this mic because the cat's gonna keep hitting it.
Yeah.
Like that.
Erin, do the intro thing.
Okay, no, Bowie, I'm sorry, buddy, I love you. Oh my god.
Okay, he's on me again.
Okay, he's on you. So, the movie I picked, I unintentionally picked another Steve Coogan movie. We're watching 24-Hour Party People.
Hey!
Which, if you're unfamiliar with 24-Hour Party People, besides the Happy Mondays song, which is anyway, I'll get into that later. It is about, the film itself is about Tony Wilson and the creation of Factory Records, the creation, rise, and fall of Factory Records, which, if you don't know what that is, it was a record label, obviously, based out of Manchester in the UK. They had bands such as Joy Division, New Order, Happy Mondays, as mentioned, A Certain Radio in the Deruti column. There's also... Ratio? Oh, A Certain Ratio?
Yeah, not a certain radio, a certain ratio.
Oh, there's a typo on Wikipedia.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's a typo on Wikipedia. Yeah, it says A Certain Radio. Anyway.
Tomato.
Different bands. Anyway. But I'd appreciate if you got your tail off of the microphone. Okay, never mind. I love you, Bowie, but please, okay, you're just gonna be cute. Okay.
He's realizing good boy, whore it up for the camera. Good boy.
Cat views. Cat views.
Good boy, Bowie, you're helping me get them sweet, sweet views. Look at this
He's
cat.
gonna fall off the couch.
Yeah, he does this. Look at this cute boy. Look at him. Look at him, folks.
Look at him showing us what's left of his nards.
Oh my god, yes.
Do not rub your face on the mic.
Yes, purr into the microphone.
He's actually... The mic is picking it up.
Oh, that's it, Bowie. Oh, you're so good at this.
This is gonna be like cat ASMR for the rest of our series.
You are Dad's good little boy. You're Dad's good little boy. Yes, you are. Oh, yeah, that's it.
Bowie, I'd appreciate you didn't bite my fingernail.
Richie can't even be mad about this.
No, he can't.
Because let me tell you something. Our behind-the-scenes longtime fan and voice collaborator Ben jinxed it by saying, "Let's hope Bowie doesn't sabotage it." The thing is, he isn't though. This is great. But anyway, 24-Hour Party People.
24-Hour Party People. So this came out in 2002. It's I guess you would say a mockumentary comedy drama.
Yeah, it's like a dramatization.
Dramatization of real life events.
Yeah.
Mixed with rumors, urban legends, and that kind of thing.
Fabrications.
Some fabrications. It's silly. It's fun.
It's the movie is the essence of
Steve Coogan?
No, I was gonna say it's the essence of, I believe it was the great American author who I'm blanking on the name of right now.
Scott Fitzgerald?
No. What's old man looked like the Colonel Sanders?
Mark
Twain, yeah, Mark Twain. It's very Mark Twain, and like, and
I'm sorry, you just said Mark Twain looked like Colonel Sanders.
he does though.
He has the big
the white and the big suit, the white suit, you know.
Yeah.
No, Mark Twain said, if you can choose between fact and legend, print the legend.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that was Twain that said that.
I think maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just making sure the cat doesn't
Editing
look at the camera.
Editing Richie will put up a caption.
Yeah, but the truth and legend, you print the legend because the legend's more interesting.
Yeah.
And it's mostly a bit of that. And Factory Records is one of the most important record labels ever, because not only did they sign a bunch of bands that were big and influential and influenced in other bands, they were independent.
They were an independent record label. They weren't owned by any major record label, period. They weren't owned by, like, Polyphonic or whatever. Or, they weren't owned by Epiphone.
Parlophone?
Parlophone, thank you.
We have a wild mystery guest here.
Wild mystery guest appears.
Mystery guest appearance.
Wild mystery
guest.
You can,
Wild
go
mystery
around.
guest.
You can go around the camera so we don't have to blur you out.
Yeah. Just avoid the cords.
Hi, Oath. Bye, Oath.
Bye. Okay. So this was a big independent record label, which sounds like an oxymoron, but it is not.
Oh, yeah, they exist.
They do. I mean, look at, for example, Merge Records.
Yeah, that's who I was going to bring
Yeah,
up.
Merge is like the biggest name in indie record labels.
Yeah, and then, isn't Sub Pop?
Sub Pop, I think Sub Pop got bought by Geffen.
Okay, yeah, but there's still a bunch of big indie labels out there.
Yeah.
Like, there's some very British indie labels.
Yeah. Dirty Hit.
Dirty Hit, yeah.
Anyway, so it chronicles the creation production of artists, as mentioned, Joy Division, New Order, Happy Mondays, etc. And the director, Michael Winterbottom, his name's actually Winterbottom, yes. Anyway.
I think that's candle wax.
Yeah. Okay.
I saw something sticky on the table and I was like, what is that? I poked it and I think it's candle wax.
24-hour
Party people. Okay, so one of the things is that
Candle wax?
the director was also directed Welcome to Sarajevo and Wonderland. Those are like two more, I don't want to say obscure, but he's done like more artsy kind of like film festival kind of films. Like this and both those films were nominated for the Palme d'Or at Cannes. Yeah, and you know what this film was up against?
What?
No.
The Pianist.
Oh.
Yeah, so it was between 24-Hour Party People and Roman Polanski.
I think I know which one I'd rather watch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a battle nobody wants to fight.
Yeah, no one wants to fight for Polanski. Anyway, moving on.
Monster.
Except for apparently most of the industry.
Fair enough. Let's move on.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Happy
there's a lot of fourth wall breaks in this movie.
Mm-hmm.
The main character is Tony Wilson, who is a real person. He was a TV presenter based out of Manchester in the 70s and 80s.
Mm-hmm.
And he founded Factory Records, literally written down on a napkin.
Because he knows, hey, we got a great music scene around here.
Yeah, he realized that Manchester had a great music scene. And when Steve Coogan and Michael Winterbottom pitched the film to the BBC, they said, no one's going to watch this but Tony Wilson. And they were wrong. People did watch this movie. Unfortunately, it hasn't gotten the... Oh, sorry.
They're probably better because the BBC also has a record label.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, this movie, it hasn't gotten as much recognition in the past few years.
No, it really hasn't.
Like, for example, it's streaming on Tubi.
Mm-hmm.
Tubi's where movies go to die.
Mm-hmm.
It's streaming on Tubi, Roku Channel, Freevee, and Pluto. You can also buy it on Amazon Prime. You can probably find a DVD on Amazon. I don't know if they ever did a Blu-ray release.
I don't think, at least not in the U.S., I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it does sound very much like a British movie in every sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So,
All the film posters are the horizontal types
Yeah.
that you see in the UK.
Yeah.
You ever notice that? UK's got all, like, wide film posters, and we get the vertical
ones. Yeah.
That's I am the uninitiated in this particular case.
Yes.
I have no knowledge of this movie whatsoever. They, however, have seen it, and
Yes.
This is interesting because this is one of the few things I can remember that I have no real knowledge of.
Yeah.
Except for the fact that Factory Records has some of my favorite bands ever under its label, including Joy Division.
Yep.
And New Order.
Yep. Another thing I was going to mention is that this, for British films, this has an all-star cast.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah?
There's Andy Serkis. Christopher Eccleston does have a cameo.
Mm-hmm.
Sean Harris, Simon Pegg, Keith Allen, Shirley Henderson.
Yeah.
It's like 6 degrees of British film.
Yeah, basically.
And Shirley Henderson's a famous musician herself.
Yeah, Shirley Henderson's done a lot. Like, for, younger people will know her as Moaning Myrtle. Older people will know her from, like, movies like Train Spotting, for example.
Yeah.
Hi.
Good movie.
Yeah, so I want to blow you out with trivia, but one of the things that I do appreciate about this...
not a famous musician. I was confusing her for another famous Shirley.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh. I was like, I didn't know she did music.
I think I was confusing her with the woman from Garbage.
Shirley Manson.
Yeah, Shirley Manson.
Yeah, she's from Garbage.
And she's from she's Scottish too.
She is also Scottish.
Yeah,
because they're both Scottish.
Yeah.
Oh.
But anyway, they actually did use contemporary documentary footage and contemporary footage that they spliced into the film.
Oh,
which I find really incredible.
American Splendor style.
Kind of, yeah.
Where they put in like home movies and and Paul Giamatti in that movie.
Mm-hmm.
God, speaking of documentaries, I wish we could cover American Movie on this podcast.
Yeah, all of us and most of our friends have seen it.
Yeah. Plus, there's not really a score.
Yeah, there's no score.
No, if you guys ever want to watch one of the best underrated documentaries of all time, I mean, it's not super underrated. If you're big into documentaries, you've heard of it.
Yeah, and also if you're big into like the process of filmmaking, you've probably heard of it too.
Yeah, but
Colvin.
Oh yeah, it's amazing. If you ever wondered what it's like to do low budget, no budget independent filmmaking in the middle of nowhere, watch American Movie. It's literally about like a guy and his friend and their buddies and their family like making a movie in the middle of like, what is it, Minnesota, Wisconsin. Yeah. So it's right in the middle of Wisconsin, like just these guys just trying to make a movie.
And this was in the 90s, and so everything they were using was pre-digital.
Yeah, so splicing
actual film.
There's literally a scene where they're in the documentary where they are panicking looking for like 3 frames of footage on the literal cutting room floor.
Yeah, and it's incredible. If you wanna get a good appreciation of just how hard the filmmaking process is, watch that.
Yeah,
it is fantastic.
Yeah.
It's also just incredibly funny.
Yeah.
You will be quoting it forever.
It's like a comedy of errors.
It really is.
So,
Colvin. So, yeah, I mean, I didn't want to overload you guys with trivia before the movie. I know I have a tendency to do that. I apologize. But, yeah, I guess what we can do is get rolling.
Get
right into it.
And we will be back from the break with you with 24-hour Party People.
Yeah. And we're back. We just finished watching 24-hour Party People. Sorry, I'm really fucking tired.
Nailed it.
Yeah.
No, I was trying to say the name of the director. I was like, Michael, Matt Winterbottom. That's his name. Let's just call him Winterbottom.
Winterbottom, yep.
Anyway.
Mark Mothersbaugh.
No, not that guy.
Wrong guy.
But yeah, we've just finished watching 24-hour Party People. It's a fun, kind of fake-ish documentary, mockumentary, comedy, drama, whatever you want to call it.
Dramatization.
But yeah. Richie was the uninitiated. What do you think?
All right. 24-hour Party People was a fun, insightful, well-filmed, well-edited movie that honestly I feel like could in places use a couple of cuts.
Yeah.
But then again, that could just be a stylistic thing and a extension of the fact that we had a couple of filming delays and my friends here are a little sleepy.
Yeah.
But this was great. Steve Coogan was the glue that held the movie together.
Yep.
His deadpan delivery, his facial acting, the way he balances comedy and drama. And do I even need to say that the music was great in a movie about Factory Records and New Order?
And Joy Division, and starting out with the Sex Pistols.
Yeah, all the good stuff.
Yeah, all the good stuff of the 70s, 80s, and 90s Manchester scene.
Yeah, Manchester music fans, rejoice. This is your movie. Mm-hmm. I guess, Daulton, what did you think?
Yeah, just like the last time I saw it, I thought it was good. Probably could use a little fat trimmed from it.
There's some montages that go on for too long.
Yeah, and there's a little bit like, don't bore us, get to the chorus with like the way the film works, because like, it's like, okay, yeah, I don't need to see this many talky talk.
Yeah, or like
scenes.
Even when it's like the guy with the elephants, like that's not really a necessary scene.
Yeah.
Superfluous.
Yeah.
And the UFO scene could have been cut.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, yeah.
I don't know why that was there.
Yeah, like it's far from a perfect movie. I still really enjoy it, but it could use a little fat trimmed, but you can definitely not deny not only how insightful and entertaining it is,
but that soundtrack.
Yeah, the soundtrack.
I want to gush a bit. I said earlier that I was a pretty big Joy Division fan. Thanks, Dad, for that. They really...
Is he okay?
Yes, actually. I like how you're like, who hurt him?
Yeah.
He is fine.
I'm a Joy Division fan. That's why I'm asking.
Oh, yeah. As evidenced by
the shirt you cannot see.
The ensemble there.
Yeah.
But, yeah, he got me into Joy Division. And from what little footage there is of, Joy Division concerts, because they only lasted a couple years.
Oh, yeah.
But from the live footage I've seen of Transmission in particular, the guy playing Ian Curtis did a great job matching, his physicality.
Yeah.
Which, a little unfortunate because of...
Ian Curtis had epilepsy.
Yeah.
And from what I've read is that the medication he was taking for epilepsy made his depression worse.
Yeah.
Because, oh god, I forget, but it was
anticonvulsants are often used as antidepressants, but they don't work on everyone.
Yeah, and he was like using something that like, and not only that, but like he was on a depression medication, but it's a depression medication they don't prescribe anymore because of how bad it was.
Yeah.
And psychiatric
medicine and anti-epileptic meds usually don't go well together.
Yeah, they usually just cancel each other out.
Yeah.
And exacerbate problems.
Yeah,
there are some medications that are used to treat bipolar that are also anticonvulsants.
Do you have input on this?
Ow! Claw my leg.
Oh, I thought he had input on this, but he got distracted.
He got distracted by noises.
But I think I'm bleeding through my pants, oh well.
Yeah.
Oh, you alright?
Yeah, he just clawed me. What
happened? Yeah.
Bowie, we're recording and Bowie clawed my leg.
Yeah, Bowie. So, this is a
mess of an episode.
This is a mess.
I thought the Road to Perdition episode had some...
I don't know, these last two episodes have just been...
We've been going through it lately, folks.
We've been going through the ringer lately.
You know what would help? Money.
Yeah, so we don't have to...
Patreon.
Yeah. Patreon. We have bonus episodes coming up soon. Would you like to hear us talk about, like, movies people generally care about?
Yeah.
Like, really famous ones? Well, have I got news for you, buddy. we're going to be doing a show called The Big Ones, where we cover exclusively films with really big famous scores that everyone knows. Do you want to hear this uneducated schmuck's opinion on the Close Encounters score?
Ooh.
Yeah, give me money. Do you want to hear this uneducated schmuck's opinions on the Back to the Future theme?
I hope it took you guys like 12 bars to join together.
Do you want to hear this uneducated schmuck's opinion on the Superman theme, which is which, by the way, very similar to the Indiana Jones theme. Isn't it real? Oh yeah, because we're monetized.
No, we're not. Fair enough.
We're getting there.
Sure. Give us subscribers and money and views, or I swear to God, I'm gonna stop having Bowie in the episodes. Yeah.
You monster!
That's right. When I start recording, I'm going to make sure he's not in any shot, and anytime he hops up, you're not going to get to see Bowie because we'll put a big censor bar over him.
I'm going to put the Killer Score logo right over his lap.
I'm not going to say that out loud.
Shut up, Erin. Point is, we're going to censor that cute little kitty, and you won't be able to see him anymore. Yeah. Yeah.
You won't see him claw my legs anymore.
Yeah, exactly. You're not going to get golden moments like that. It's just going to look like she's a crazy person screaming out in pain for no reason.
I'll just there's just going to be a big black bar over him.
Yeah, exactly. So,
it's going to be a really oddly shaped cat.
Give me money.
Give us
please,
money.
Please give me money. I am begging you, open your wallets and give me money.
Open your PayPal.
You can just go on Ko-Fi even and just toss us a few bucks.
Yeah.
I swear to God, if you just give me enough money for a coffee, I'll be a happy fella. Like, that's all you have to do to like
caffeinate the show.
Yes, please,
Yes,
please caffeinate the
us.
show. I don't want to go make more coffee. I want to have pre-made coffee. Like in a can or some shit like that, like Boss Coffee. I don't know. I'm rambling. I'm tired. I don't have money because you people are giving me money. Give me money. Money, please. That's my rant. 24-hour party people.
24-hour party people. See, we found a way. Life finds a way.
I hate that sentence because never mind.
Sorry. I didn't know.
Anyway,
do you want to find out why she hates that? Well, guess what? Over on Patreon, we'll go into
Jurassic Park. We'll cover that.
Okay.
But
That's true.
where
Money.
Anyway,
no, I was going to say is the lighting in this movie is actually really fucking good.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Especially in the rave sections.
In the rave scenes.
Yeah.
When they're at the hacienda and they transition to the 90s and you get all those like multicolored strobe lights. As much as they could have been cut down, and they honestly should have been cut down, there are so many musical montages. They do a good job at marking the end of time periods. The 70s, very grainy in presentation in terms of cinematography. 80s, slightly brighter. 90s.
More flashy. 90s, we're throwing a fucking rave.
Yeah, seizure warning, I guess.
Yeah.
But I will say once again that my absolute favorite element of all of it is absolutely Steve Coogan.
Yeah.
The guy has the charisma of someone who is simultaneously invested in everything he's speaking about, and also kind of too cool for the room.
Yeah, kind of too cool for the room, but also you can tell this guy's kind of a jackass.
Yeah, like you respect the hustle, but he also gets in over his head way too much.
Yeah, just look at the hacienda.
Yeah.
Everything about the hacienda. Which,
yeah, they started out like 700,000 pounds in debt. So
yeah. Spoilers for history.
Listen, most of this stuff you can just find on a Wikipedia search. I don't think we even have to do a spoiler tag for this.
It's real life.
It's real life.
It's real life shit.
I also read books on this stuff.
Yeah, you read Peter Hook's book.
Yeah, I did. The Hacienda, or How Not to Run a Club.
Yeah.
That's the real title?
Yes.
Yeah, I really like the lighting. I like this. One thing I did like is the early cinematography also changes throughout.
Yeah.
Because the cinematography in the early parts...
It's very shaky.
It's very shaky. It feels very New Hollywood, which is 70s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
80s, it gets a bit more stable.
And sleek, yeah.
And sleek, yeah, because like 80s TV, hi Bowie. And film. And in the 90s, it's like, hey, we're going to throw neon colors at you.
And a couple of Dutch angles.
And some Dutch angles, yeah.
Yeah.
Hi Bowie.
Kind of like if Danny Boyle and Terry Gilliam fused into one entity.
You monsters don't want to see this, do you?
Yeah.
Button the camera.
If you do not donate, he will be not in the screen.
He'll be null and void. He'll just
blend in with the couch.
We'll do mosaic.
Mosaic.
We'll do
worst part is
mosaic censorship.
Worst part is he's tackling Daulton now, so he'll be gone too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You won't get this pretty old face.
Yeah. See, that's what he brings. Sex appeal.
He's judging you. He's judging you. Oh, he's judging you.
Bowie, thank you for boosting morale in these trying times.
He's good at it.
Yeah, you are a gem. I love you, Bowie.
We all love Bowie. Unofficial mascot of Killer Score.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hey, Malcolm, Mr. Thomas, if you would be so kind as to draw Bowie in this orange cat beauty in a little Killer Score T-shirt, I'd much appreciate it. Just make like a cartoon Bowie mascot art.
Yeah, he
for
has
us.
orange eyes and they're kind of cloudy because that's just how he is.
Yeah.
He's got a little eye injury.
But yeah,
that's right, Sean Bowie.
this was a good.
Into the camera.
Yeah, this was a good movie. I just really wish that
we weren't so tired.
And we had more energy.
That the musical bits could have been cut a little bit.
Now we have more money.
And that we had more money. But
yeah, I mean,
this episode is just the hey, let's plug our Patreon episode.
Hey, I mean, I'll stop plugging it if you guys start giving us the money.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Me too. We do have stuff up there, including us talking about snacks.
Yeah.
Yep.
About movie snacks specifically.
Yep.
Watch me yell at Daulton in one particular section that I won't talk about because then you wouldn't have a reason to pay for it. But
yeah, sometimes some of those movie snacks you picked are things they don't even serve in movie theaters.
Yeah, you idiot.
Who else but Richie? Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba.
Yeah. Anyway,
do we have controversial takes on Milk Duds? Will the Milk Duds fandom try to cancel me?
Let's face it, the Marvel and South Park fandoms already want your head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
look at this guy.
And the troubling subset of Zack Snyder fans, obviously.
Yeah. Anyway.
Hamlet 2, engagement. But yeah, I don't...
Let's talk Mike and Ike's.
You had joked earlier, Erin, that was another Steve Coogan movie, but I honestly do not mind because he is that good.
Oh, he's so great.
Yeah.
He's fun in everything. If you guys want Primo Coogan, look up all of his Alan Partridge stuff.
All of it.
It's a character he's been developing for years and has like really figured out. He's even written like in character books as Alan Partridge.
He is basically what Borat is to Sacha Baron Cohen.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Bowie.
Or Ali G would probably be more applicable. Yeah, with the whole news and interviews angle and stuff like that.
Blending realities.
Yeah. He's chewing on my backpack.
Oh, okay. As long as it's not the wallpaper.
He does that to my duffel bag all the time.
Yeah.
Full of equipment.
So, what time are we at?
We're at 30, but
What?
yes.
Yeah.
Well,
anyway,
this will be
Kevin,
shorter
I
anyway.
was gonna make some points.
Okay, yeah.
Make some points.
One thing that I did want to mention, well, two things, in regards to the hacienda. One.
My figure, folks.
Okay. One is that when
Simulating himself.
One is that when they built the set for the hacienda, they used an actual warehouse and used the two scale dimensions. Like they built the interior of the hacienda to scale to how it was in Manchester in the 90s.
I mean, they wouldn't even been able to use the hacienda if they wanted to.
It's like apartment buildings, right?
Yeah, it's a fancy bougie apartment complex now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they had 15. I think it was some crazy number of extras. For the
like
closing
1,500 extra.
Yeah, 1,500 extras they hired for the end scenes where the hacienda is closing. They got 1,500 extras and some members and DJs from when the hacienda was running.
Yeah.
They got some of the original artists who were there and the band members.
Yeah, even pointed out in the movie when they break the fourth wall.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I like too. How there are fourth wall breaks, but they're done with finesse and with smoothness.
They feel like natural.
They
do
feel natural.
Yeah.
In no small part, once again, due to Steve Coogan's delivery.
Yeah.
He's not poking you in the eye with it. He's just like,
Yeah.
like when they said, Joy Division, who in the 80s will move on to become New Order.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
this isn't how it happened, but this is like how I like to pretend it actually happened.
And by the way, the quote from the beginning, Daulton, to build on what you said, you were close. It was John Ford.
Yeah.
You had said Mark Twain. It was.
And it was from one of his movies.
Yeah.
The Man Who Shot Liberty Valance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really gotta watch some John Ford movies.
I haven't watched John Ford movies since I was
Anything
a kid.
but Searchers.
Yeah. I haven't watched John Ford movies since I was a kid, and that's because my pappy loved John Wayne movies.
I mean, to be fair, awful politics of the Searchers, but you cannot deny how good of a movie it looks. Like how good that movie looks.
Yeah, it's like the Outlaw Josie Wales.
It's groundbreaking cinematography.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he was ahead of his time.
Yeah, there is a reason that like all of like the Tatooine shots in the first Star Wars movie are like ripping hard off the Searchers.
Complete like 1-to-1 recreations of all those wide open desert scenes.
Yeah.
Because it just looks good.
I'll put up an image of that if I can in
Yeah.
post.
Yeah. Well, side by side.
Yeah. They are out there.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
The rest
probably on HBO or something.
rest of the cast does good too in this movie. Where was Andy Serkis? I didn't see him. Am I just blind? Who was Andy Serkis?
I'm trying to remember. Let me bring up the Wikipedia
Like
page
he
again.
is a chameleon. He was. He was Martin Hannett.
He was the crazy producer.
Oh, he was because he had the
was
black
the guy with the silence.
and he
with
had the black
microphone.
wig on.
yeah, the
yeah.
curly wig. Yeah,
Yeah, that was Martin Hannett.
He was funny.
he was. He was
Yeah.
Apparently, Hannett was like the British Phil Spector.
Where he was just absolutely insane, but he was a great producer.
Yeah.
Only
not as horrible as.
Not as horrible
as Phil Spector. He
Phil
never. Martin Hannett never killed anyone.
Yeah.
As far as we know.
As far as
we know.
He did fire a blanket Tony Wilson though.
And he is dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they're both dead.
They're
so.
both dead. But yeah, he never damaged anyone's ears beyond the blank, I guess.
Yeah.
'Cause John Lennon was like, if you're gonna kill me, Phil, do it, but don't fuck with me ears. I need them.
Yeah.
I apologize to everyone from Liverpool for that.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, this was good. I only wish that the fates didn't conspire to put us in the middle of this crunch sandwich.
Yeah. This was an episode of poor planning, much like the Hacienda.
Hey,
Yeah.
hey, it's fitting.
We're method. We're going
We're
method.
method.
We're going method.
We're
This
going
is
method.
Totally method. Yeah.
And
Intentional.
absolutely,
Intentional bad
totally not
stuff.
the fault of relying too much on food trucks.
We're meant to look drugged out and stressed out, just like
the Happy
yeah,
Monday.
yeah, and,
Hey, look.
and just like Tony Wilson towards the ends of the days of
Hey, look.
Factory Records.
Oh yeah, like
Yeah,
he's
yeah,
laughing, she's
Yeah.
Should
sleepy.
have signed the Smiths.
We should have signed the Smiths. Yeah.
If we were alive during that time.
If we were alive,
And cognizant.
let's face it, I have too much of an addictive personality to have survived that time. Let's
Same.
be
Well,
real.
let me tell you, I can actually tell you why they didn't sign the Smiths actually.
Because the demo
Because
fucking
Marcy
sucked.
is-
Oh, they sent in a really bad demo. Like the recording quality was really bad on.
Oh,
the
Yeah,
this
demo.
was
so-
before they had all the production.
Oh yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
Yeah,
and,
it was
you
like
know,
recorded on like a boombox. Basically.
yeah, and then he was just like, "Wow, this sounds like shit."
Yeah. You can actually find that demo on YouTube, and yeah, it does sound like shit.
Yeah, it's like, no, I wouldn't have signed him either if I heard
Yeah.
that demo.
Now, keep in mind, this is Morrissey before any of the polish goes on, and sometimes he can be kind of unintelligible.
Yeah.
So just imagine pre-polish Morrissey.
Yeah, just imagine that, but very fuzzy and distorted
Yeah.
because of horrible sound quality.
It's not a
Yeah.
good combination.
No.
Sound mixing in this movie's good too, though.
Yes,
It is good. in
For
this movie.
for a movie that takes on the kind of mockumentary found footagey thing,
Yeah.
it sure does have crisp, clean audio
It does,
and
yeah.
and music, but duh, shocker.
Yeah.
Do we want to make this a short one? Because let's face it, we're just kind of rambling here. and,
Yes.
like,
We literally spent 5
Absolutely.
minutes talking about Patreon.
We went
Yeah.
we went method.
we went method. We went crazy. We're all tired.
I'm on my like 4th thing of caffeine today.
She wants to go to bed.
She
I wanna
does.
go to fuck this.
I do have
yeah.
one more thing.
Okay,
Very
yeah,
quick.
please go.
I neglected to mention in the beginning, shout out again to Malcolm Thomas,
Mm-hmm.
that Dalton and I have made some progress on the voice acting end of things.
Oh, yeah.
In that I am the title character of his upcoming animated project, Malco.
Yeah.
Malco J. Hawkingfisher as the intrepid adventurer.
And I'm his smarmy best friend and the face of the group, Hans Hammerkrop, the cunning linguist.
And I am looking forward to working on that with you, my buddy, and with Ray.
I'm a burb.
Shout out to you, Ray Harrell, and Ben Grace.
All the voice acting.
All of those
Lovely,
buddies.
lovely, talented people. And Dalton, Erin, I just want to say, chaos aside, I do enjoy this, and I appreciate you guys for having me over for
Same.
these.
Aw.
Same. we
It's
bust,
the least I could tell you.
Same.
Yeah.
We bust each other's balls and we bust our audience's
Humps.
balls, but
I can't move my arms.
we do this. We do this for our love of cinema and our love of music.
And
And
you!
I love you
Yeah,
guys.
and our love of you guys. You're pretty cool too. I
That's-
like the random ones of you that aren't even American. Those are my favorite ones because I'm just like,
All the
We have a
hi,
lot of people in Indonesia and the Philippines.
And the
Thank you for
Philippines.
watching.
hi. What are you doing here? Like, stay, but like,
Please stay and please share. Please share.
yeah,
Please share.
Yeah.
Please share with all your buddies in Indonesia and the Philippines.
I want to see Killer Score episodes up on screens
In
and
Tagalog?
like and yeah, and like the Philippines with like
In
Tagalog,
Manila?
yeah, and like with Tagalog subtitles, and I want people reacting to it like those footage you see of like the crowds of Mexican people when Dragon Ball Super was playing. And like, they were
God.
just like,
Hey! Dalton!
yeah. I want to mark off for one of my stupid quips.
I want someone in a shirt with "God damn it, Richie" on it.
Yeah, exactly. yeah.
We should make those shirts. We really should.
We should.
We have
Absolutely,
a screen printer somewhere.
Yeah.
we do.
Is that something you would like? You should let us know in the
Yeah,
comments
let us know if you guys
below.
want merch because we can we can do
We
shit.
can make merch. We can make merch.
Absolutely.
I'll make a shirt with Bowie on it.
I mean, we have leftover. Actually, we have a bunch of like those Killer Score tote bags that we never sold at the convention.
Yeah. If you want one, we don't have any websites set up yet, so DM us.
DMS, we'll hook you up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I do know we did a lot of showing, but that's just because we're adjusting to new parameters, new schedules.
Yeah,
The moral
it's been a rough summer for everyone.
Yeah.
and the moral of the story in particular here is always know what we are eating before we film.
Yeah.
And also, if you're making a chicken parm sandwich, use whole chicken that's breaded.
And not taco shredded.
Don't use like taco shredded chicken. It just ruins the consistency of the sandwich.
'Cause this is
And it just like makes it go. It's awful. It's awful. Like you saw it. That was a shitty looking sandwich.
I wasn't even sure that was a sandwich. It looked like a flatbread.
It looked like fancy dog food.
Oh my god.
It was bad.
I think they put on a flatbread.
I think I ate dog food. Welcome back to Color Score, where I think I ate dog food.
New catchphrase. All right. So, rest assured, viewers, that the next subject
Yeah.
is not going to be a short one in the slightest, because
No.
we got a big one for you.
Ow.
Take it away, Dalton.
Hey, are you guys tired? Do you guys love it when I go off on political rants and tangents and talk all about like how much things suck? Well, have I got a treat for you, because guess what? Being all preachy and political is not a new thing. In fact, we're going to be talking about one of the oldest movies we have covered so far on the podcast. Only two of them have been older so far, which was
Metropolis,
Metropolis in our Phantom episode.
Yeah.
1943.
Yeah. So, we're talking about one of the most influential but nowadays oft forgotten films outside of the highbrow intellectual side of science fiction, which is bizarre considering it is a groundbreaking score by goddamn film composing legend Bernard Herrmann,
With direction.
by
The unforgettable and somehow completely underrated Robert Wise.
Yeah, and guys, Bernard Herrmann was like a legend. Like Bernard Herrmann was John Williams before John Williams, where it was like, hey, you know all those old film scores? Yeah, that was Bernard Herrmann. Citizen Kane, Bernard Herrmann.
Damn.
Which great score.
The last score he did was Taxi Driver.
Oh shit.
Oh my god.
That's how long Bernard Herrmann was doing the composing work, and that's how important he is. Well, fairly earlier in his career, he did the score for a little known, oft forgotten, poorly remade science fiction
Terribly
film.
remade.
But we're going to be covering the 1951 original with that oh so delectable, oh so 1950s heavily theremin driven score. That's right. The classic sci-fi instrument you all think of when you think of cheesy alien movies, but this is no cheesy alien movie. This is the granddaddy of them all. This is the whopper of them. I'm of course talking about The Day the Earth Stood Still.
We'll see you all Klaatu Barada next time.
Thank you for watching.